We come to this place for magic. We come to ZakIsCinema to laugh, to cry, and to care. That indescribable feeling we get when we click on a fresh new ZakIsCinema video. And we go somewhere we've never been before, watching yet another movie reviewer sitting in front of a bunch of Blu-rays and cheap collectibles. ZakIsCinema, we make movie reviews better.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ZakIsCinema. Yes, welcome to the home to talk about movies. Yes, because if you have nobody that'll sit down and just listen to you discuss and show off your absolutely beautiful VHS collection and everything a part of your beautiful physical media collection, you no longer have to worry anymore. ZakIsCinema is here. We'll all listen to you ramble about your beautiful VHS collection. Yes, because that's what we're going to do today here. I have a little bit different of a setup. I told you in the last shelf life video that I'd finally get a setup worthy enough of not holding the microphone so I could show off everything. So recently I've been getting into VHSs here. So if I'm being honest, I have no place to really play them. I just collect them for the artwork, and I just like how they look on my shelves all around here, and kind of wanted to switch up some of my VHSs that I'm showing. So I'm like, okay, might as well record a video showing what I got here, and maybe we can find some new places for my VHSs together here. But yes, without further ado, let's go through all my VHSs here. So first we're going to be starting off with Steven Spielberg's E.T. on VHS, another one my good buddy Brandad picked up for me here. Great artwork on the front of it. Again, I have no way to play these VHSs. That's okay, just like showing them off here. But yes, we got E.T. on VHS. Great movie. I watched this a bunch when I was little. E.T. always used to freak me out a little bit. He was so nice, and it's just such a sad story, and I always, wanted a buddy like E.T., but just the way he looked always creeped me out. But fantastic movie with E.T. here. Next, I got Dirty Dancing. Now, actually, a movie I have never seen here, but you got good old Patrick Swayze here. It's actually one of my mom's favorite movies here, but I've never seen Dirty Dancing, so I don't know. Let me know. I guess I own it, so let me know if it's worth picking up a VHS player and finally watching Dirty Dancing. I've never seen it, but again, just kind of like the artwork, old classic movie. Now, next we got Batman with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton here. We got Batman. Again, another movie that I have not seen. I haven't seen any of the older Michael Keaton Batman movies or the George Clooney one. I've never seen those, but just a great simple cover. I love the character of Batman, the Christian Bale ones. Absolutely love the newer Robert Pattinson ones, so had to get this on VHS just for how it looks and everything. So I think that's one that I might want to put over there. And next we got Planet of the Apes, the Mark Wahlberg edition. We got the good old Mark Wahlberg one. I think, what is it, Tim Burton? Yeah, Tim Burton one. Never seen this as well. A lot of these, that's going to be a theme. I haven't seen a lot of these, but I just like the artwork on this. I love the newer Planet of the Apes. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was on my top 5 favorite of last year. I love that movie as well. Always heard awful, horrible things about this, so I'll probably never check it out, but it's cool to just kind of own. So I guess let me know your thoughts on Mark Wahlberg's Planet of the Apes here. But yes, let's get into some Star Wars. So first we got Phantom of the Menace on VHS here. Don't worry, I did not pay $15 for this VHS, but it is still sealed in the plastic. I'm not sure if that's showing up on camera. Little bit of a rip there. Oh, like fucking bothers me so much, but I'm always just very careful with it. But I grew up on the prequels. I loved the prequels. Revenge of the Sith was my favorite, but I loved all of them growing up. Definitely not as good as when I was a kid, but definitely has some great moments in it with the Darth Maul, the pod racing scenes, and it's a fun movie when you're a kid. I liked Jar Jar Binks when I was little. I haven't rewatched it in quite some time, but yeah, Phantom Menace, big Star Wars fan, so I had to get that. I think I got these at some local record shops because I also got Attack of the Clones. I believe when I first watched these when I was really little, I think Attack of the Clones was my favorite. I think from what I can remember, this is probably my least favorite prequel as of right now, but still just a cool VHS. Just reminds me of renting these when I was younger. There was a grocery store in my hometown that had a VHS and DVD rental section near the pharmacy, and my very first movie that I actually rented there on VHS was, oh, look at this great lead in, A New Hope on VHS. So I believe my buddy found this one for me, but I was so happy because this was actually the very first movie that I ever rented and was just so excited to watch. So I got Star Wars A New Hope. Such a cool box and cover for this. I love the way VHSs look. It's just so cool. Love the artwork. So I'll probably want to show off one of these over here on my videos. But yeah, so we got some Star Wars VHSs here. But yes, we actually have Frank Herbert's Dune movie, and then we got John Harrison's Dune movie as well. So I got both Dunes. Never seen the originals either. Again, gonna be a common theme here, but I love the newer Dune movies, Dune and Dune Part 2, and I'm so much looking forward to Dune Messiah. I hope that is just a great trilogy that we get to enjoy here, but I don't know. I've heard dated things about these, that they don't really hold up and that the newer ones are just so much better, but I love Dune, so my buddy actually picked these up for me too. So I had to have them just as part of my collection. I've had these right there for the past couple of videos, so I think it's time to kind of switch them out. But yes, great covers on both of them here. But yeah, let me know if you've seen the originals, how they hold up to our newer ones here. Okay, so I think I lied about the Star Wars ones because I think I'm going to put this up on my shelf, but we got the Alien Legacy Collection my buddy picked up at Savers, local thrift store here, full of the Alien movies, so I'll pull those out. Really cool box set here, and just like I said, VHSs are just so cool. Like, you know, you get like multi-packs of movies and Blu-rays, but nothing like this massive. Like, my hands like shaking holding it up. But we got Alien here. Absolutely amazing space sci-fi horror movie, and this is my favorite out of the franchise. I love the first Alien so much, and was it 78 or 79? It holds up so well for a movie from the 70s. So of course you got that iconic poster right there. Absolutely beautiful VHS. And then of course we got the special edition actually of Aliens included in this. Maybe I'll make a separate video on this. I like Aliens. Just to me, it's nowhere near as good as Alien is to me. It definitely goes more of that sci-fi action with slight horror, when this is horror then sci-fi and a little bit of action at the end. So I just like the slower, more deliberate pace of the first one compared to this one. And I think this is such a genre shift into action that I don't like it as much, to be honest. I think it does what a lot of people complain about with modern movies, is the sequel just goes bigger action, but bigger doesn't always mean better, and that's very apparent for the case of Aliens. Like I said, I enjoy the movie, but I don't rewatch it as much as I do with Alien. Now we got Alien 3, really cool poster there too. I've seen bits and pieces of Alien 3. I've actually never watched it. I know it's very hated for how they kill off Newt and, I'm gonna blank on the other guy's name, but the other guy in Aliens. And yeah, I've never watched it, but hey, maybe I'll sit down and watch it on VHS here. Then we got Alien Resurrection here. Never seen this one, but I think this is the one with Sigourney Weaver when she shoots that basketball from behind and actually made it on set in real life. So I gotta watch the Alien movies. I just love the first one so much, and then the second one I enjoy, but it's not as good. So I just kind of never went through the franchise here altogether. But one of these days I'm gonna watch them. And then we actually have a cool behind the scenes making of the original Alien on VHS, so that's really cool too. Almost makes me want to pick up a VHS player and watch that. But yeah, we got the original, the Terminator. This has such a cool cover that just screams the 80s here with how it looks. Great movie. I love the Terminator, how it is this horror slasher sci-fi movie. I think I do like Terminator 2 a little bit better because I think just the concept of Terminator lends itself better to an action movie compared to Alien, where the first one really, I think, lends itself better to a slow burn horror movie, and that's why I don't like Aliens compared to Alien. I like Aliens, but not as much as Alien. But with Terminator, I love Terminator and Terminator 2, but I think Terminator 2 is the better one, so eventually I got to get that on VHS just to never watch it, just to put it somewhere, but whatever. And my buddy actually found this at a flea market, not a movie, but some highlights when the Bills were pretty good here. I always wear my Bills hat, got some Bills shit around here. Big football fan, love the Bills, been watching them lose tragically for the first 25 years of my life, but might as well have some highlights from the glory days when they lost 4 Super Bowls. I don't know why I own this. This is just like highlighting their downfall, their last good season. I think this is the 1999 season, and just when they were, I think it was last year, they made the playoffs up until 2017 when Josh Allen came and saved us here. So love the Bills, so I gotta have some cool classic Bills stuff too. And next, we actually have one of the coolest things in my collection, Alien Romulus on VHS. My good buddy, iBrandad. This is a whole iBrandad video here, I guess. He's literally supplied like 90% of my VHSs, and a big reason why I even collect them. But he got this for me. It's still sealed. It's so, I love the cover of it so much. Just the clean white on it too, and the tattered old limited edition sticker that they got going on there. I really enjoyed Alien Romulus. I really do love that movie. I have it on 4K as well. I think it looks so good. Love the story, love the characters, love how it went back to its horror roots, and love Alien Romulus. This was the one that I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get a VHS player just to like see how it looks. Maybe I won't watch the whole thing, but I'm honestly kind of scared of putting it in there and it ruining this and, having to unseal it and everything. But I don't know, it just looks so good on my shelf, and I want to get the Terrifier 3 VHS. It's so cool how some horror movies now are doing these VHS limited edition releases. I think they're so cool, and yeah, they're gonna make me go bankrupt here because I want to keep getting them. Haven't gotten the Terrifier one. I will though. I will. So next we got the 1998 version of Godzilla, another one that I have never seen. I really don't even hear a lot of people talk about this. I guess I didn't even know there was a 1998 version of Godzilla, but I mean, look at that cover, and it's like, I think, what is it, embossed a little bit, like it's raised, it's got some texture on it, so I think that looks really cool, and the green just kind of pops on my shelf over here. So yeah, I don't know, let me know if you've seen this Godzilla movie, if it's worth checking out. And next we got Independence Day, another one ZakIsCinema has not seen. I know, I'm sorry, but I got this at Goodwill for 99 cents here, and just, you got the iconic poster, iconic Will Smith movie here. I'll definitely check it out. I actually own it on 4K. It's just one of those movies I just haven't checked out yet. I'm sure it's one that I feel like I would really enjoy. So, but I own it on VHS, and even fans of the movie, do you own it on VHS? That's what I fucking thought. Independence Day, really cool VHS. And next we got Jurassic Park. I've seen this one, people, okay? But we got Jurassic Park. Such a cool, just simple poster as well of how the yellow and red really makes it pop. Great movie. One of the movies that I watched when I was really, really little, and the T-Rex stuff and all the dinosaur stuff just freaked me out. And I remember feeling just so scared and felt so bad for that evil corporate guy getting eaten in the porta potty. I just felt so bad for him. But I remember that scene sticking out to me when the kid gets electrocuted. That freaked me out when I was little. And of course, the raptor scene in the kitchen is iconic for a reason. I rewatched this recently, and unfortunately, it's one of those movies that it's still good. It's still a classic, but just not as fantastic as I remember when I was really little. Not taking anything away from it. I know when this came out it was a huge deal. I forget the character's name, but the girl in here at the end, I hated how she fixed everything and was able to figure out the security system like it was no big deal at the end and kind of save everyone. I thought that was absolute bullshit, but overall it still holds up. The special effects and everything on the dinosaurs are incredible. Just not one that I really go back to all that much, but I have to own it on VHS, of course. But next we got a Goodwill find in Scarface, and this was back in the day when you actually had 2 tapes when the movie was so long, which was crazy. I don't think growing up I ever watched a movie that long where I had to switch out the tape like this, but it's just so cool that back in the day you had to do that. But another one I haven't seen. I know, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I will watch it one day. Just not one I've gotten around to, but I love the black and white poster you got there. But Scarface for 99 cents, of course I had to own that on VHS. How many Scarface fans can say they own it on VHS here? And next we got Seven. I think this was a record shop find that I found a couple years back, but it's still sealed, still in the beautiful plastic. But we got David Fincher's Seven. Fantastic movie. I love this movie so much. I remember the first time I watched it and the ending just completely blew my mind. And it's one of these movies that I just love showing people that have never heard of it or seen it. Love David Fincher's movies. He's done some really great work, so of course I had to get Seven on VHS. Really cool poster and artwork. I think I said that about all of these here. Next we got the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, still sealed at the bottom here. I remember, this isn't the one from my childhood, but I remember renting this from the same grocery store I got A New Hope from, and I just remember this iconic poster. I used to have all the Spider-Man movies on VHS when I was really, really little, and just like having this back into my collection, just sometimes I just like sit here and just hold on to it, go to bed with it sometimes, you know, just reminiscing about simpler days in ZakIsCinema's life. But love the original Spider-Man trilogy. I'm gonna do a video one of these days on my go-to sick movies when I'm feeling like shit or just really sad or something. And the original Spider-Man trilogy is always my go-to. I even like the third one, despite all its cheesy and campy moments, but I love Sam Raimi. Original Spider-Man movies, absolutely love them. They're so easy to rewatch, so easy. So of course I had to get this on beautiful VHS. All right, I don't know if this counts, but I'm gonna include it. We got the first season of Stranger Things in this really cool physical media release here. I got this on a Black Friday years ago, and I remember they were like doing this for the first 2 seasons. I don't think they sold very well, so I think they kind of stopped, but they're really neat. It's not a VHS, but I just love the cover of it, and you get this really cool poster with it. But look how cool that poster is. So maybe I'll hang that up sometime. But yes, absolutely love Stranger Things. Really looking forward to when this wraps up, coming out later on this year. But yeah, Stranger Things on a VHS Blu-ray. Look at that. Really cool. But yes, we got another Goodwill find. The Shawshank Redemption. Oh my God. Wait. Oh yeah, wait, maybe I do remember this. Oh my god, I don't know if I should show this. I remember I got this at Goodwill, and then there was all these like family photos. I'm not gonna show them. I'm not gonna show them, but all these like family photos that are still in here. I forgot they were in here. I kind of feel weird that I still have them, but I don't want to throw them away at the same time to let this family's legacy live on in my shelf in my Shawshank Redemption VHS right here. That's so weird. Now I kind of feel creepy for holding on to those, but we discovered that together here. I don't think that's weird. I'm going to stick them back in because I want to hold on to them. But anyways, let's talk some Shawshank Redemption, a Goodwill find, 99 cents. Beautiful poster. I love this movie so much. Another great one to show people who have never seen it, just to experience it with them. Beautiful movie. One of those movies up there with Back to the Future that's just perfect screenplay, perfect pacing, perfect movie that wraps up everything so well. It's so sad and depressing, but leaves you feeling so hopeful and happy. And a long movie that is so easily rewatchable too. So I love the Shawshank Redemption. Now let me just put this family's history back where it belongs here. Let's do it together. Go in, family. You will just forever be watching the Shawshank Redemption. And I'll double check, but I think this is my last one. Another Goodwill find, but we got The Matrix. Really cool artwork on it. We got The Matrix here. Love The Matrix. Really great movie. That scene when they go into, it's not like a bank, but that corporate office when Neo goes in there and they just start shooting everyone with machine guns. Great scene to test out your speakers and sound system if you have one. It's just a heads up with that. But yeah, we got The Matrix. I haven't seen any of the sequels actually, so I'll definitely have to check those out. But we got the Matrix here. Okay, of course we do this like every shelf life video. I forgot one. I don't know how. I just missed it. Another Goodwill find. We got Men in Black. Awesome poster, awesome artwork all around. I love the Men in Black movies. I think I talked about this last shelf life video when I got the rest of them on Blu-ray. But I love the first and third one. Second one's okay, but I think the third one is super underrated. But this first one, I loved watching this when I was younger. I love watching it now. Men in Black. Have to own this on beautiful VHS. But yeah, I was just double checking. I think we covered all of them here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all. Let me know if I missed one around here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sitting down talking some VHSs with me. I think this has to be the nerdiest, dorkiest video I have ever created in my life. Just being very vulnerable with you guys, just showcasing my beautiful VHS collection here. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys thought of my collection here. Some more that I should try to pick up that you think would look cool in the ZakIsCinema studio. Let me know if you also collect VHSs or if I'm the only one that does it. Let me know if you collect them but also don't have a place to watch them, or let me know if you still do sit down and pop in a nice VHS tape every once in a while. Maybe help convince me to pick up a cool VHS player. I think it would just look cool over my media section. Anyways, even if I never used it. But yeah, I appreciate anybody watching my videos, especially my shelf life videos. I do love physical media so much, and I just have a lot of fun doing these types of videos here. So let me know if you want to see more and more parts of my collection here. Let me know all that down below. But yeah, I appreciate anybody watching my videos, so thank you so much. And yeah, look forward to more ZakIsCinema coming very soon.